Good morning, y'all. It's Timmy. We are up in the Dalton, and today we're gonna go check out Marion Creek to see if we can ascend that waterfall, and then go north towards Wiseman and the North Slope, basically. So here we go. Welcome to Truck House Life, baby. Alright, can't really find a map of the area and there's no cell service, so I think the plan is going to be to fly the drone up really high and look out the valley, because I know the waterfall is about 3 or 4 miles up there. Like, point the drone down and see if I can find the trail that leads up there. So let's do that really quick. Man, it's such a small world. Anyway, I flew up, I couldn't see because there's a big foggy cloud up there, and 2 old friends just drove by 12 hours north of Anchorage, and they're gonna come meet me and run the bottom half of the river. So now we're gonna cruise back down the road to Coldfoot, which is about 5 miles down the road, and go fill up both the diesel tanks and get some coffee and breakfast going, and come back here, head up the trail and go sand it. Whew, I tell you one thing, man, fuel ain't cheap in Coldfoot. Check that out. Just paid almost $4 for diesel. It's over $4 for unleaded, so that's $80 to fill this old joker up. But anyway, back on the road. At least they do have fuel. It's better than walking. That's super crazy. I just ran into another set of people that I don't know. I haven't met them, but they're Outliers Overland, and I thought I saw their rig last night when I was passing through, but I was like, nah. And then it was. I just passed them on the road. I pulled over and they were going in my direction. So they're gonna beat me up there around Galbraith Lake tonight. So yeah, we'll meet up with them later and you'll get to meet those guys and check out their rig. So that's pretty freaking cool. It's weird running into all these people out in the middle of nowhere. Back in 2006, I believe, I came up to Coldfoot with my dad, and we got in a bush plane and flew out into the Brooks Range, just out in the middle of nowhere on just a 10-day rafting trip and hiking trip. When we were leaving Coldfoot in the bush plane, we flew by this gorge up here with a pretty awesome looking whitewater creek in it, and it's called Marion Creek. It's just north of Coldfoot, 5 miles. And I saw this waterfall from the plane. I'm like, ooh. So I want to go see if that thing's runnable, and if it is, I want to do it today. So that's what we're doing. Once the Marion Creek mission is complete today, whether it be successful or not successful, we will be heading north up the haul road towards the North Slope, essentially. So we're going to pass through the most magnificent portion of the drive, in my opinion, up through Wiseman and up and over Adigan Pass to the North Slope. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. All right, we're out of here. I'm gonna start hiking up Marion Creek. I'm gonna go meet my 2 friends around this corner, and they're gonna join us for the pack run, so should be good. Let's do it. Turns out there's a road the whole time. We've arrived at the falls. Cool. It's starting to rain hard, so we're gonna put some dry suits on, stay dryish. y'all, I'm gonna make the executive decision, since I have never used this pack raft at all, the one that I've got now, that I probably shouldn't do it, because last time I used a boat that I'd never tried and ran a big waterfall, I broke my back. So
what you're watching now is the actual footage of me breaking my back. I borrowed this kayak and the kayak paddle from a friend and put in about 30 feet above this drop that was way out in the middle of nowhere, about 40 miles out in the middle of nowhere in Prince William Sound, which is the ocean. So we're really far from help. And I basically just got a little bit out of control and could not get the boat straight. And it tripped me up over some rocks and flipped over and smashed my head. The top of the rapid went great. Nailed the landing just like I wanted to. Lined up for the big slide in the middle. And ran right down where I wanted to on that. Everything felt pretty solid. Towards the kind of bottom of the rapid, I caught a last second little eddy on the right, as you can see here. And when I peeled back out of this eddy, right here, you'll see I couldn't quite get the boat turned and tripped up over a rock and landed upside down on my head. The rock went through my helmet and just crushed my T2, T3, and T4. Compression fractured and smashed the disc in pretty good. So anyhow, I figured I should be a little smarter about using equipment that I've never used. So with that said,
gonna be smart, but there is a, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a sieve right down there. And I think when you come down this and go off this, you're gonna hit this shelf, and it's gonna probably flip you over this way or do something weird, I don't know what. But if you swim, you're probably going into that sieve, and that's no good. So I'm going to inflate this pack raft and hike downstream and put in and see what kind of rapids we can find. Man, I'm stoked on this new alpaca raft, man. Pretty sweet. This is the Wolverine model. Lots improved. It's a lot more like a kayak. It's got this solid inflatable floor that kind of stiffens the hull up. You get this footrest that makes it extra burly. They designed the thigh straps this time around where it's not just a strap. There's actually fabric that cups your knee, where your knee sticks out there, so you can roll the boat a lot easier like a kayak. And they're awesome, man. They weigh like, that might be 9 pounds, not even that. So incredible boats. So let's get geared up and hit the water. I know you guys are gonna get a kick out of this. So this is an old kayaker secret. It's not what you think. You gotta put it on. The neck gaskets like stick to your neck and grab you. So this stuff works pretty well for that. Just saying. That's all I use it for. There's the falls right upstream, and I'm gonna put in right here this eddy. I'm gonna run this one, then run that one, and run that one down there. So I think it goes. I'm gonna try to go right off there, boom. Just driving that way.
Someone's gotta change. Someone's gotta change. The will
spray skirt blowing open right before the last big rapid. The boat handled awesome. It took all the hits and it felt stable, but still felt really maneuverable, so it's pretty sweet. I really liked it. I can actually keep all my gear inside of the boat. You just zip open the tube, stuff your backpack in. Tony and Beck are coming down right now, so let's see them.
Something's gotta change.
That was fun. The bottom of Marion Creek was pretty chill. I'd say like class pretty much 1 with some ferrying and maybe a couple little drops in there. Time to get out of this wet stuff, deflate the boat, load the rig, and head north to the Arctic. Well, alrighty then. Marion Creek was pretty fun. It really was. I had a good time. That was so crazy running into 2 friends up here. So anyway, it's time to go. Let's go check out the town of Wiseman over here really quick while we're passing through. It's pretty cool.
Wiseman, Alaska is located on the middle fork of the Koyukuk River, about 10 miles past Coldfoot. It was founded back in 1908 when a bunch of miners left Coldfoot looking for a new area to mine. There's still a lot of old log cabins around, and several other residents conduct tours just showing the town's heritage, so you can actually still stay in town at some bed and breakfast places. In the 1930s, a guy by the name of Robert Marshall basically used Wiseman as his home. That way he could explore the Central Brooks Range. And he later created the Gates of the Arctic National Park and Preserve there. So he's a very important figure in the area. Marshall fell in love with the town of Wiseman and stayed there for a year and wrote a book called Arctic Village. And if you get a chance, you should check the book out. It's fantastic. It just showcases life in Wiseman back in the 1930s.
That's beautiful. It's a really cool town. I'm pretty sure it has a population of 10 people. Me and my dad, we stayed at the, there's like a bed and breakfast there, like a lodge. And we stayed with, I feel like it was an older German lady who also ran the Wiseman Library. All right, enough of the history. We're going north. We're gonna go meet the Outliers Overland folks.
All right. This concludes the 3rd video of the 4-video Arctic Top of the World series. So make sure to tune in to the last video, which will be the 4th video showing the coolest part of the trip, in my opinion, up and over the North Slope, where we meet up with Outliers Overland and do a tour of their rig. So thank you guys for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and smash that like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, y'all.